Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, people. This is Auntie Jackie, Auntie Jackie's Diaries. Here we discuss everything, Auntie Jackie, her journey, her relocation, her traveling, everything, everything. Basically, we discuss. So, welcome, Mwebade, for tuning in. Mwebade is thank you in my language. That's what it is. So, my last video was talking about how I attempted to do a chicken business and I failed. It didn't work out. The feeds became too expensive and I lost a lot. But from that, I'm like, you know what? I'm not giving up. I ain't giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm going to re-strategize, rethink, and start again. Through the comments that I've gone through, I'm like, you know what? Let me answer those comments and see if we can learn a thing or two. Somebody can learn something. So that's why I've come back to talk about the comments. So yeah, this is it. So one of the comments that I found, oh, by the way, I'm not in my home. I'm visiting, hence but I thought, you know, let me not delay this. I wanted to do the video straight away, but I visited, so it's been difficult for me to get a moment that is quiet for me to do this video, and this is the only moment I've got when everybody's gone to sleep. I'm like, no, let me do something. So one of the comments that was mentioned among the many, the first one was, somebody told me to try and plant some corn and some sunflower. So corn I had planted in the beginning. I attempted to plant another lot, but I wasn't able to because of funds, and anybody who was coming to support me to dig, to farm, to plant, to plow was asking a lot of money, and I couldn't afford it. So the young man Elia in the house and myself were trying to do it incrementally, slowly by slowly, among other things, looking after the chickens and household tasks and chores. And of course, we were not winning, because no sooner had we done one place, another one was coming up with weeds. And as you can see, it's all weeded, it's all overgrown now. So I'm not able to do the corn at the moment because of the funds. So that's the reason that I can't do the corn, but that's one of the reasons that also I struggled to get the feeds. Yeah. So somebody else also said businesses are up and down at first. It's good when one sticks at it. Keep trying and don't give up. I can't give up in trying to survive. No, I can't. And I agree, they're up and down, and many people have failed, because actually I have got two people that I know who are doing very well in this business, and they said the first time they started doing their business, both of them, they failed, and one of them actually gave away the chickens, the whole villages. Give everybody chicken in the village. But she's tried again, and because she's re-strategized and she's done things differently, especially with feeds and workers, so she's doing better. So with workers and feeds, you can do better. It can be done. Somebody said, do local chickens only. That's all I was doing. I was only doing local chickens, and I'm happy I was doing local chickens. I know if I had been doing anything but local chickens, or these like the ones which are can survive in difficult places, in difficult environments, I would have lost. I wouldn't even have remained with a single one, because when the feeds were low, we would improvise, and with the other exotic chickens, you can't improvise. Yeah. So for businesses, maybe can't go organic. I was trying to go organic as much as I can, but I think that also impacted on how my chickens were growing, in terms of that they were growing very slowly. I know for sure that when I have gone for training, or when I've heard other people say, they keep telling you, they keep telling us, they keep telling you, they keep telling us that we have got to immunize, we've got to follow the immunization charts, and you have to if one wants to keep their chickens, or if one wants their chickens to grow very fast. But if you try to go organic, they will not grow as fast as the other people. Well, from my experience, they did not seem to grow as fast as the other people's. But of course, I have had other factors as well, like with the low feeds and all that. So I think going organic can be done, though it may be slower and the cost will be slightly more expensive, which you will have to be really competing with other people. Is the market there? I think the market is there. It may be slow to start off with, but it's there. There are so many people who want organic chickens, very many. Reduce the chickens and do a few at a time. I had started with 50, then after 1 month I went to 150, and then that's when I went into this venture with somebody, with an investor, who after maybe like a month or so after we started, a month or two when we started, they were not able to continue with the venture and they pulled out, and so I was left with the baby, unfortunately. Currently I have about 8 chickens, so let's start slow. Try to do local chickens, but feeding is expensive. Yeah, somebody says that they would like to go into local chickens, but feeding is expensive. It can be expensive, but one needs to plan for how many you can manage and buy your feeds in bulk or do the planting. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, and I think that's the only thing that I would have done, and I would do if when I start again. Another one has said, I have seen passion fruit. They are telling me that you can Google the idea. It is something that I've looked at as well, and when it's being presented on YouTube, it's really, really rose and romantic and doable, but it too requires a lot of hard labor and funds. So I think underpinning everything I'm saying is funds. Once one hasn't got enough funds to manage some of these ventures, it becomes difficult. And of course, if you've got funds and you don't have management, or you're not around, you're wasting your time. If you're not around, especially, you're wasting your time. I would be wasting my time if I was not around. And so for me to start the passion fruit, I want to be able to start the passion fruits when I'm able to visit my farm at least 2-3 times a week, to make sure that they're doing what they're meant to do when they're meant to do it, and in initial stages a bit more frequently. I've got a cousin of mine who's doing passion fruits and he's doing very well, but does he put in the time, does he put in the labor? Oh my goodness me, he does. So this needs a bit of that as well. Try broiler 3 weeks sale after. This is a perfect business idea that I've heard of. You're the second person who's mentioned to me, and I tell you, if I'm going to go into broilers, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for somebody who's selling them at this time, meaning they would have brooded the broilers for me, and all I'm doing is feeding them for a few weeks and then reselling them. That is currently that's what's really sounding attractive to me for now. So another one says, you've fallen, get up, dust off and move on. Yes, my sister, I have fallen, but I'm dusting myself up, I'm cleaning myself up, and I'm moving on. I'm not giving up. No, I see people hyping local chickens. One can even start the next day. I was sold hook, line and sinker, and I think had I stayed with the smaller flocks, like fewer flocks, it would have worked, because the amount of feeds that I used to feed all these over 600 chickens would have fed my 200 chickens at a time, and then been able to grow bigger and sell them at a slightly better profit. It may not have been a lot, but slightly better, and the experience would have been more pleasant than it has been at the moment. So I think I know why it failed. Because I went into this venture, I know really why it failed. I went into this venture, and that of course didn't work out. So that's one of the main reasons. So yeah, it is what it is. And another one said, they persuade you so that you can fall into their trap. Funny thing is, they are doing very well. Whoever they're persuading you, they're doing very well. And I've seen quite a number of people in the chicken business, local chicken business, who are doing very well. And I can presume, I can think that they're doing very well because they have their own feeds. That's the only thing I can put it down to. Or they have got the funds to get their own feeds. Secondly, the third thing is, the other people who are doing very well, they have got people behind them, supporting them. So it's not only one income doing everything. The fourth one is, they're doing very well because they started small and they grew slowly by slowly. So those are the people I've seen that are doing very well. So in local chickens, they can do very well, but if you want to start quickly, you have to have the feeds and the management. If you're selling, don't tell them your challenges. I never told them my challenges initially, but when they came and they saw, they could tell these guys are experienced. And some of them, not the first lot. The first lot, I know for sure, the first 50, I know for sure the woman cheated me, but because at the time I was so desperate, I just let them go. But the next lot, I knew, because the kids, you could tell they're not growing because there was no feeds. So when they were coming and I was telling them they are 4 months, and later on as I kept selling 5 months, they look so small compared to other people in the market. So who's going to buy them? So they could come and see. It wasn't about desperation, me telling them my challenges. They could come and see. Sad as it is that I did not get any profit, at least each time I would sell some chickens, 10, I would buy feeds for the ones which are remaining, which became the norm, and that I didn't get a single profit out of it. So I'm sorry about your chickens. It's a learning curve. Give it some time and restart. Well said, and perfectly said. I'll give it some time and I'll restart. Yes. So it's hard on you, dear. Try to plant yam leaves and mudo. Give mudo guankoko. Don't give up. Yes. So I had the yam trees, as you can see. I had the mudo in the compound, as you can see. The issue is there are many. There's a day I put them out, all of them, because just put them out, and they cleared everything. Even now, few of them as they are, they have cleared. As you can tell, they have cleared most of the stuff in the back of the house. Finally, they're not going in the front, but yeah, so they have cleared as much as they can there. So the last one is saying, if you have local chickens, do free range. Fence off an area, put mudo, heap cow dung, the seeds and grass that they go through the cow dung, chickens feed on that. They are white worms. Banana stems and leaves, chop them up, add very little feed, and please don't give up. My place is small for me to fence it off, so it will be difficult for me to do that. Cow dung I can get, maybe I can put a people with cows around here, and I could come and collect as the cows feed around the area, because they feed near my house because I'm at the end. So I could get that and use it. And initially, actually, at one time, we were using coffee husks. So the coffee husks that were in the chicken houses, we got them, put them away, and they started rotting away. And Even then we put them out. We put them in this area, and the chickens were there eating them. It's like, wow. Banana stems and leaves chopped up and add very little feed. When I struggled with feed, that's all they were eating. The poor chickens, every evening they would eat banana stems and leaves, and Eddie, that was his job. Cutting the banana leaves, chopping it up, pounding it, putting feeds and giving it. But towards the end, somebody told me, the person I was buying feeds from told me that banana stems tend to reduce the weight of the chickens. They don't put on weight. And maybe he was right, because some of them were putting on feathers and plumping up. We think they were heavy and putting on weight. But if one went to check on them when they are not moving, the meat was so tiny. So I tended to agree with what he was saying, and eventually stopped them, because I have got free banana stems. My neighbors got a banana plantation and was giving me free ones, but it appeared they didn't work. So we actually stopped using them consistently, because we were almost using them almost every day. Essentially, one of the reasons I was using them every day is because there was no feed, so it was easier to use them to reduce feeds, but at a cost, at a detriment. Yeah, don't give up. I'm not giving up. So that is it, my dear. I wanted to come and reply to these comments and to say that I'm not giving up. I may not be starting one straight away. I want to refocus, but I'll come back. For now, we've got these few which are roaming about. I'm going to put them back, of course, because I want to grow my vegetables. All the little vegetables we had at the back, and the beans, they've all gone. Look at the pumpkins, everything has gone. But I want to regrow everything back. That's about it. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for always coming back. Returning subscribers, thank you for coming back. Mwebale. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and joining us. But thanks a lot for coming. Mwebale. Thanks for watching towards the end. Mwebale. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and hit that notification bell. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Blessings and blessings.